Hey guys, in this tutorial, we'll learn how to create an advanced walking cycle in Anime Studio. Hi guys, my name is Troftgruben, and this is a tutorial on how to do a walking animation in Anime Studio. Now, we are doing something a little bit differently with this video. Jim Mills, who is now a partner of Incredible Tutorials, will be doing the visuals of the tutorial while I do the narration. Whether this will result in an explosion of the space-time continuum remains to be seen. However, it will be an adventure, and I guarantee you it will be incredible, so you're set. So with that said, let's get started. First, you will need to have a character on screen rigged up and ready to go. You can see we have one here. You need then to click on frame 1 so that we are set and good to go with this animation. Now we will need to put in some extremes for the pose. As you can see here, we need to basically set down the most extreme positions of the arms and legs. And we just need to get this set up so that we can then go to the next few frames here to set up the next part of the extreme motion. And be sure that your legs and arms are opposite of each other, because that's how movement works. That's how your character walks. Once you're done with your pose, hit Control F or Command F if you're on a Mac. What this will do is create keyframes for all the bones in the pose. That way, everything is locked in and set, and you don't have to worry about any floating bones down the road. Try to make this a habit as you animate, as it will make things easier in the long run. So let's go to frame 12 now, and now we're going to do basically the exact opposite here. We're going to take this leg and move it back, and take that leg and move it forward. And we'll position the feet here, and then we can move the arms basically to correspond with that. So move this one back since the other one is forward, that leg is forward, and then we'll move that arm forward to mirror that leg. So now you can see that we have two extremes going on here as we play it forward. Now we can copy the frame 1 keyframes, and you can do this by holding in Control and hitting C, and then pasting by using Control V on your keyboard to paste the frames. This will basically allow us to continue the animation without having to reset the positioning. It's just done for us since we can copy and paste those positions. And as we play this, you can see we have something coming in here. Now, it's not quite where we want it yet. It looks like he's sliding a little bit. So we're going to want to add some in-between positions here. So we can come in here, and we're going in between the first pose on frame 6, and we're just going to move this leg up, the knee up, just like that. And you can see it kind of adds a spring to his step, which is what we want here. Now we're going to do the same thing for the other leg here. So we'll come in here, and we can just add the leg up like that. Come back here, and you can see now we kind of have a spring in his step, and it's looking better. And this is allowing us to get away from that skiing effect we had before. So what we're going to want to do next here is create a cycle, which will allow us to repeat the animation over and over and over so we can see how this is going to look. So when you do this, we want to set the value to 2, and then we can click OK, and then just come back here to the beginning. We will remove the bone from the preview so we can kind of see what's going on here, and then hit play. You can see now we can get a view here of what is going on with this animation. Once we're done, we can remove the cycle just by going and highlighting those frames and choosing smooth. That will remove the cycle, and then we can continue on here with the animation itself. So now what we're going to do here is come in and adjust the body positioning a little bit to add some weight to the character. So we'll go to frame 6, and you can see we're just moving the character down a little bit, even the head, to just kind of add some bounce or weight to the upper part of the body. You can see he kind of leans forward as he takes that first step down. Now, it's exaggerated, but it will work out in the end, trust me. Now, we need to select the top bones here by holding in Shift and clicking on the head, neck, and 2 torso bones. And you can see that they're highlighted now in the selected bone channel. Now, coming in here, what we're going to do is go to frame 6, highlight frame 6, and then just paste that bone keyframe or those bone keyframes onto frame 18. We're basically just copying it over. So all we did was just take some bones and we're just bringing them over to the other part of the animation. So now we can do more with this and go a step further. Since he's stepping to begin with, I guess we might as well take it a step further. And what we'll do now is come in here and we're going to do what is called breaking the bone. This will allow us to add some more realistic movement to the arms. So as you can see here, we're going to deselect the torso bones and then just move this arm up like that. And again, we're just using the rotate bone tool here. And we're going to come in here and we're going to bend the back arm almost as if we're breaking it. That's where the term comes from. So this will add some different movement to our bones, and we're going to do the same thing now here on frame 18. We're just going to come in here and we're going to do the opposite here. Put that front arm so it almost looks like it's breaking, and then move the back arm forward. And now you can see we kind of have some sort of springy motion going on, especially when the arms come up. It adds just a little bit more, I would say, of a dynamic effect to the overall animation. Now there's more we can do here as well. We could, for instance, having the anchor point of the layer positioned at the feet, come in here with the transform layer tool and then go to frame 6 and simply squish the whole layer down a little bit. This will definitely give the illusion of a springy effect for the walk. Now let's go back here to frame 1, looking good. Come over here to frame 6, and what we're going to do now is just copy and paste this springiness now, or this squish effect, to frame 18. So what's going on here though is he's still squished because between those 2 keyframes there's been no change. It's the same attributes for that keyframe. So what we can do then is copy frame 1 and then paste it onto frame 12. Or if you want to, you can hit the reset button with your scale tool to reset the scale for that character, and you should do that at the end at frame 24 as well. So you now can see that we have definitely a springy, good looking walking animation going on here. And if we choose cycle again and choose 2, remember, we can see this in play even more so by repeating it and just watching it play out. So let's take a look here. We're going to remove the bones from the workspace, and then we can just hit play and we can see this play out. And so far it's looking pretty good. We have a definite walking style here. He looks really hip and cool. He looks like he doesn't have a care in the world as he walks, I guess, on a blank background, but he will be walking somewhere at some point. That's for you to decide when you get creative with it. So what we can do from here now is we can take that transform layer tool, and if we hold down shift, we can move him all the way to the left. This is just moving him on the x-axis, and then go all the way to frame 72 and move him to the right. This will of course create keyframes to actually make him move. Now if we hold in Control J, we can remove all of the attributes of the workspace just so we can see what this is going to look like on stage, and we can play this out. So when we play this, you can see it's looking pretty good. Maybe he's a little bit too fast at the moment. The speed isn't quite right. So what we can do then is just move that transform keyframe up a little bit, and we can play it again. And, well, maybe he's going a little bit fast now. So we can bump it up to, let's say, 84, and we can play it again. And that's looking pretty good. Now, of course, from here, this is where you'll come in and play with it yourself. Once you get the principle down, the rest is all about playing and experimenting and really having fun with it. So once you do that, I think you will be good to go. And this has been a joint incredible tutorial. Thanks to Jim Mills for the visuals. He did a great job for his first time. My name is Chad Troftgruben. I did the narration. That's my lovely voice you're hearing right now. If you would like more incredible tutorials, please subscribe or check us out on any of your favorite social media websites. Thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you next time.